It's a tropical city with a laid-back lifestyle.
It was a sense of living in a village with the amenities of a city, which is always an analogy I've liked. And so you have things like the entertainment centre and other big facilities, the convention centre and so on, that are all, pretty good standard. And but there's an ease of getting about, a laid-back quality.
A city that boasts a unique urban landscape designed to keep Darwinites relaxed and comfortable.
Well, you can see we've got an enormous number of louvers, 468 of them, but they're open. There's a seamlessness between inside and outside. We try and avoid as much as possible, except on the worst build-up nights, using air conditioning at all because we simply don't need it.
Lawyer Tom Pauling moved from Sydney to Darwin in 1970. He served as the Northern Territory's administrator for 5 years until 2011. He loves the charm of this city and the life it offers.
Well, I think the sort of house that this is and the sort of garden this is exemplify what tropical living's about. And tropical living isn't about living in concrete boxes.
Tom Pauling thought he'd left those concrete boxes of the southern cities behind.
These are the sort of houses that we're all over Darwin.
But now this distinctive Darwin landscape is about to be replaced by high-rise housing.
Once you start getting rid of the tropical character, there's really no allure, no reason why you'd want to come here.
The Northern Territory government says there's a critical affordable housing shortage in Darwin, and there's a need to provide high-rise apartments in existing suburbs.
We came to government committing to do something about the cost of living. Land release and allowing development to occur is a big part of reducing the cost of living in the Northern Territory.
The developers agree, arguing the density of some suburbs must be increased to meet demand.
There is a trend towards this inner city or close to CBD living, and so there's a contribution because people can actually afford to live there too. If they buy an apartment, it's affordable. If they were to buy an established house, it's probably not affordable.
Look, clearly this is a public lynching. Some people are... well, what is it?
The government's plans have galvanised residents' groups, unhappy with plans to build up.
Minister, what are you thinking? Why would 2 8 stories, possibly 9 stories building fit in this, on this block?
This is poorly zoned land. It goes back more than 20 years to a time when, where contemporary needs don't meet the needs of the times.
And many residents believe that the high-rise apartments have more to do with keeping developers happy.
We have, over the 30 years that I can remember, so many master plans, and really they all say the same thing, that we want to maintain our tropical lifestyle. It shouldn't be overridden by a few developers wanting to make money.
I don't believe that holds any water at all, and if people have evidence of that, I'd love to see it.
But one government MP says she may have that evidence. Kezia Purick's mother was approached to sell her land before the government changed planning rules to allow subdivision into smaller house blocks. Now she wants an ICAC-style body to be established to investigate the government's dealings with developers.
People coming in and buying up land, that's fine, but what discussions have they had with government agencies or even a minister's office? And that's what people don't know, so naturally they're suspicious.
I'm certainly not aware of government, people in the public service or ministers talking to developers about what they may or may not be able to develop.
Kezia Purick's so angry about plans to densify Darwin's outskirts, she's threatening to resign.
I'm prepared to go as far as it takes. I've made it quite clear that my priority has been my constituents.
If Kezia Purick follows through with her threat to resign, she'll leave the country Liberals in minority government. The Chief Minister would have to make a deal with one of 4 independents to stay in power, or go to an election a year early.
And that's where I'm struggling at the moment.
Kezia Purick wants new urban centres with their high-density living to be constructed in a new satellite city up to 100 kilometres away.
That's where the planning should be starting now. Previous government did undertake a whole lot of preliminary baseline studies. Where's that work gone?
It's just not sustainable to go further and further out of Darwin. We're on a peninsula. It's a long commute, it's expensive, there are environmental ramifications.
Tom Pauling still thinks new out-of-town developments are preferable to changing Darwin.
Densification is a much cheaper option because the services are already there. But you must understand where it is that you're trying to develop, and it's Darwin, it's not anywhere else. We planted all of it. There was just 2 frangipani trees when we first arrived.
He's still hoping the right balance can be found.
We've got to try and get some sort of consensus about what makes Darwin unique, what makes Darwin tropical. What is the essence of Darwin? Then you need to use that as a lens to say, would this decision to densify or not protect that character, enhance that character, or destroy it?